All right, everybody. Peace, power, prosperity. Most of all, love to you, those you care about most, especially your families. Dr. Z is here today. This is a Who is Dr. Z video. At least it was starting off to be that way until I got a phone call this morning from my father, who was on 12 pharmaceutical medications, has had high blood pressure for 30 years, and asked me to put him on a protocol for a nodule that he has on his thyroid. And I said, "Are you crazy?" And why would I say that to my father, who's 73, 74 years old? Why would I say that? Because for the last 10 years, I've been preaching. If you have health problems, there is no protocol. That would be akin to a cancer patient who has cancer and then goes on to get chemotherapy, surgery, and radiation as a protocol for treatment of something that has nothing to do with chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery. Yes, sometimes surgery can solve the problem, but most of the time you can avoid the problem in the first place. And so I told him, I said, your problem is not the nodule, it's not the high blood pressure, it's not the 12 medications on, although those will make you toxic. Your problem is here. Your problem is one of consciousness, your problem is one of laziness, your problem is one of lack of knowledge. And this is a man who could go read a Western, a cowboy book in 2 hours in one day. So this is not an ignorant individual. I mean, a stupid individual. I mean, he has basic intelligence. He was able to put me through medical school. I put all his other kids through Ivy League school. So this is not someone who's not a hard worker and is not bright. But bright don't get it. You got to be bright and you must be awake at the same time, which means you must be consciously online. You must be aware of who you are, what you are, where you're going. And I said, the protocol has already been prescribed, but not by me. I'm nothing more than a Pied Piper of the main prescriber in this world. Who's the main prescriber? Well, that would be the source of all, but how does the source of all work on this planet? Through Mother Nature. And so what does Mother Nature do? Well, Mother Nature will basically tell you to eat, and she serves up to you in copious amounts, and usually for free. Animals are only fools running around paying for the food. No animal pays for the food. No animal cooks the food. No animal eats dead flesh except for the carnivores, and even the carnivores, they're going to go after the stomach contents first, which is where the partially digested vegetables or fruits are. That's mostly vegetables. So 99% of all the creatures on the planet are vegetarians or frutivores. Human beings, and I studied zoology, and you see, I could go into saying, yeah, I'm an MD, and I studied zoology, and I had a minor in chemistry, and I studied 3 schools of metaphysics, and I have a medical degrees, and I went into neuropsychiatry and detoxification, special naturopathy. It don't mean anything. There are a lot of ignorant, educated fools running around here spouting off a lot of nonsense that makes absolutely no sense. So it's very simple what the protocol is. Mother Nature serving up fruits and vegetables and water. That's it. Fruits and vegetables and water. And in this case, because we're living in a crazy world, in crazy times, it's got to be organic fruits and vegetables and either highly filtered or natural spring water gotten in its purest state. Not the tap water. Can you filter the tap water? Yes, if you know how to do it correctly, and I'll make a video on just about water at some distant time. I'll go to drzhealingarts.com. I'll also post a post up there when I'm ready, and I'll try and make the video around the same time. But this is the main situation, is a 911 situation for my dad. 12 pharmaceutical medications, a nodule on his thyroid. And so I asked him, what do you think that is? Well, I need a protocol, Dr. Z. I said, you need a protocol? I said, no, you need to kick in the ass is what you need. I said, you need to wake up. You need to understand that there is a septic cleaning sanitation department within the body. Now, I always look at the body as a city that's alive. You got your nervous system, which is like your communication system. You have your kitchen or energy system, which is your bloodstream, and your your arterial and your venous bloodstream. You have your city council, which is your endocrine system. You have your sanitation department, which is your lymphatic system. Remember, folks, 70 to 75% of all the fluids in the body is lymph fluids. People have forgotten about the great lymphatic system. There are some good articles, some good videos made by Dr. Robert Morse, MD. You go check out his stuff on the great lymphatic system that explains it pretty adequately. But you need to have an understanding of that. You need to have an understanding of how that it intertwines with the filtering mechanism of the kidney and the colon. All right, and also the skin. The skin is an eliminative organ. Okay, that's a two-way organ. But the thing is, years and years of toxic buildup with your sanitation department essentially broken down, on strike. And I can remember as a child, and it's sad that neither one of my parents remember this, and this shows what happens with the aging process. Memory processes start to go, and your memory processes should not start to go. I'm 54 years old, my memory's intact. I got into really naturopathy and detoxification because I had a bad knee that in a basketball accident, and I had to rehab it, and then I realized I needed to think outside of the box, otherwise I was going to go to surgery, which wasn't going to happen to Dr. Z. No surgery for me. No way, no how, no clickety, no clackety. All right, so it wasn't going to happen, and so I got involved, and I took my knowledge of medicine and then applied it outside of the box. Became a detox specialist and a naturopathic doctor. But most of your naturopathic doctors are spouting off the wrong thing anyway. They don't understand really how the body works. But I remember this system of New York City, and that's where I grew up in New York City. I am in Southern California right now, praise the Lord. But that city was brought to its knees when that sanitation department went on strike for just 2 weeks. All hell had broken out. And you think city council, and think also endocrine system, you think the city council paid those workers what they wanted? Yes. Number one, nobody wanted to do sanitation work. And number two, the city was breaking down, the whole system was breaking down. It brought the city to its knees. And I'll never forget that because it was the first strike I ever experienced. I didn't know what a strike was at the time, that's how young I was. And now I understand what a strike is, but I also understand what it is when the sanitation department of your body quits or is so overwhelmed it can't keep up with the mass of mess that we're putting into it. Okay? If your toilet broke down, you wouldn't keep shitting in it, would you? No. You've got to stop shitting in it. You've got to clean the toilet out. Right? And then you've got to go clean the toilet out some more. Make sure it's really clean so it don't get backed up. Right? So if you got to deal with the body as sanitation department, the lymphatic system, the kidney filtering system, the colon eliminative system, and the skin. And though that system has got to be on all pistons on go. And I'm nothing more really than a Pied Piper. I'm not saying anything original, anything new. This has been talked about for many, many years, thousands of years. In order to get healthy, especially in this world where there's 800,000 chemicals that are being used in an industry on an everyday basis, when I just read an article, we're being exposed to between 15 and 22 pesticides on a daily basis. A lot of them are estrogenic in compound. All right, and then we're going to go throw soy on top of that, and corn, and artificial sweeteners, and monosodium glutamate. MSG, excuse me. MSM is not good for you either, folks. All of you taking your sulfur drugs, please get off of that too. And please get off your vitamin isolates. Dr. Lee does not approve vitamin isolates. Yes, I do approve herbal supplementation on top of a raw food diet. But the thing is, why would you go on a raw food diet if you didn't understand here what that really meant and what that stands for? It stands for, number one, energy. Sun energy is being captured into Mother Nature's beautiful fruits and her vegetables, mainly her fruits. There's a guy that was in China and just had a 129th birthday. The man said, I don't eat anything below the ground, only stuff above the ground. There's a guy in Japan just turned 90. Also, 100% doesn't eat anything below the ground. And there's a guy over in Michigan, a black man who only eats fruits and vegetables, doesn't, gets plenty of sleep, by the way. Sleep is one of my 8 recipes for health. I'll go into that in another video. But the main thing I wanted to drive home today is your high blood pressure, your isms, your schisms, your jisms, this problem, that problem. I got lung cancer, I got cardiovascular disease, I got skin tags, I got psoriasis, eczema, I got bad teeth. All of this stuff really comes from one word that I can describe. It's toxic acidosis. And if you don't understand toxic acidosis, go to my website, drzhealingarts.com, and look up one important article called Living in Pain Part 1 and what to do about it. It explains eloquently what toxic acidosis is. But really, this is what the body is dealing with. It's dealing with toxic acidosis. We are eating an acidifying diet. We're taking toxins in by, at unheard of rates in this modern world. All right, electromagnetic frequencies are also involved, nanotechnology, viruses, chemicals, stuff that you put into your skin. Your own thought process can also toxify your body if you're living in fear, if you're not living your dreams, if you're not being productive, if you're in negative relationships. All this stuff has a negative effect and toxifies the body. And it creates a condition called toxic acidosis. And over years, these toxins build up. They have to be stored somewhere. They get stored in the lymph. All right, then they get stored in lymph nodes. And you wonder why you got cancer and bacteria and all this crap in your lymph nodes. Well, lymph nodes is part of the filtering system for the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system will dump them mainly into the kidneys, some into the skin, and some into the colon. All right, but the kidneys have to be filtering. If the kidneys aren't filtering, and if you don't stop shitting, i.e. putting toxins on top of an already toxic situation where the sanitation department in your body can no longer keep up, you've got a problem. And so what do you have to do? Everyone who's eating the standard American diet, stop, get your head on straight, wake up, understand who you are, a light being having a physical incarnation on planet Earth, right, for a reason of soul growth, right? And so you want the body to be in its most healthy condition as it possibly can be. So don't call me up talking about you got a nodule when I've been telling you for 10 years, there is no protocol. There's only a cure. And Mother Nature's already been serving up that cure from the beginning of time. Her fruits and vegetables, her herbs, her algae, her mushrooms. So what can I tell you? You've got to go on a raw food diet. This is how you start the cleaning out process. This is how you stop shitting in the toilet that's already overflowing. People, come on now. So, Dad, you are sick. You think that you can take pharmaceutical drugs and get well. No, realize the system that we're in. The system is a system of disease management, symptom suppression. It is not a management for wellness, optimum health, or cure for that matter. Remember, if you're cured in the system, the dollar bills go out of the system collapses. Everybody gets healthy, the system collapses. Why are they trying to take away herbs and vitamins right now from us? I don't care if they take away the vitamins, because I don't believe in vitamin isolates anyway, but I do believe in free choice. So please, you've got the first step is stop toxification of the body, the autotoxification. Stop shitting on a toilet bowl that's already overflowing. I'm sorry to be cursing, but I have to drive home the point. Then start the process of cleansing with a raw food diet. Do that for 90 days. You're going to find a lot of things occur. All right? You're going to go through a minor or major healing crisis. And please understand what a healing crisis is. When all these toxins are being pulled out of your system, your body reacts to it. All right? It's been sitting there for a while. Your body's starting to move it now. Starting to clean out that colon. Right? Starting to get a lot of fiber. Starting to get these vegetables and fruits that work as detoxifiers and cleansers. Right? You're not putting any more toxins in your system, at least not on purpose. Right? You're not eating the dead flesh right now. You're not eating eggs. You're not eating soy. You're not eating genetically modified foods. You're not eating artificial sweeteners. You can't be putting these things in your bodies. You're not drinking anything but pure water during this 90 days. And I used to say 30 days, but for most of you, you got to go 90 days. And when I first did it, I did 90 days. And then I went 90% raw fruits and vegetables. Right now, I'm about on 80% raw foods. And anytime I feel like I'm out of balance or out of whack, I'll go 100%. And so you play with it. It's fun. to learn how your body works and what you need and what you don't need. But we all need to eventually start a detox program, and a detoxification program, it really can't be done unless you're on a raw food diet. Did I say you have to stay on a raw food diet for the rest of your life? No, most of you cannot. Can you ever eat some dead flesh? Yes, occasionally, but it's got to be very clean. It's got to be organic, and it has to be just a little bit. I mean, listen to standard American diet. We're building up a meal that is built around protein, the meat, the dead flesh. Well, that's completely wrong. All right? If you're going to have dead flesh, that should be part of a salad, and you put a little bit of chicken or you put a little bit of salmon on top of that, organic and wild caught, by the way, on top of the salad. The salad doesn't go around the protein. You got it backwards, all right? And you really don't need all the protein, to be honest with you. And if you're trying to get the kidney to start filtering, you got to stop eating the meat anyway, because all the nitrogen load is gonna screw up your kidneys. It's what's been screwing up things in the first place. All right. Of course, all the meats are usually toxic anyway. They're putting new chemicals in every day. I mean, the cows, the dairy products, and please don't drink dairy. Go look at the video me and my daughter did. So, Dad, message to you: is your mind ready? And this is not just a dad, but any one of you who are suffering out there. Is your mind ready to take you on a raw food diet? Or are you still going to go to your doctor and get on medicine number 13 because you now got a thyroid nodule? Or are you going to let them cut into your throat and take that thyroid nodule out? All right? Like you've done something if they do take it out. You've done absolutely nothing. You have not gotten to the root cause of the problem. And what is the root cause of the problem? Toxic acidosis. And where does it begin? It begins on the sanitation system of the body. Your kidneys, your colon, and the great lymphatic system, and your skin, of course. So if you don't take the time to cleanse with what Mother Nature's serving up with fruits and vegetables, remember, it's not just nutrition, it's also energy, sun energy, all right? All healing begins and ends with light energy. That sun energy is taken in and concentrated, especially in the fruits. So we're primates, so remember, I studied comparative anatomy. We are primates. We are really frugivores. Now, you want to play around with some green stuff, that's fine. Everybody will find the balance of what they want. The more you go raw food, the more a human being will have a tendency to want to stay more with fruits. If you put a dish, a soiree of the best vegetables you can find, organic or colorful, and you put together the best soiree that you could find of fruits, colorful fruits, organic fruit, and you bring a group of children, and they're never going to go to the vegetables. They all go right and start eating the fruits. Instinctively, they know. Most adults will go over to the fruits. Some of you who've been brainwashed, you go over to the vegetables. Nothing wrong with the vegetables, but listen, 75% should be fruits. Why? Because they're the cleansers and they're the energizers. Right? Now, if you feel like you get them a bit out of balance, a little bit out of whack, then you can experiment around. You got to be in touch with your own body. There's no protocol, folks. The only protocol has already been written. It's already been written in stone. It's been brought down by the one creator of everything, the source of all creations, and the instructions given to Mother Nature, who's producing, right, in conjunction with her sexual union with the sun, right, which we call photosynthesis and germination. Well, it's germination and then photosynthesis, but it all involves the sun interacting with Mother Nature. That sun energy is important. The fruits that concentrate that sun energy then go into your body. So not only are you getting the nutrition you need, not only are you getting what your body can absorb, not only are you getting a cleansing diet, but you're getting you're getting that sun energy that your body needs. It needs that encoded sun energy. And if you're not getting it, you're certainly not going to get it with cooked food. You're not going to get it on the standard American diet. So don't come to me with, I got a nodule. All right? Listen, I just did 6 hours on the Lenin Honor program. When I talked to him, he didn't put me on for 1 2-hour show. He didn't put me on for the second 2-hour show. He put me on 3, and it was 3 right from the get-go, because we knew, well, what I had to say it's going to rock the world. Not that it hasn't been said before, but it's not been said by a medical doctor with the background that I have, who can explain it to you scientifically. You know, the acid side of chemistry is not where you want to be. You want to be on the base side of chemistry. Our blood pH is 7.4. If you really want to be specific, it's 7.365. But 7.4 is good enough. Alkaline, right? Well, we're eating diets like Coca-Colas and drinking sodas and eating meats and all this stuff is on the acid side of chemistry. And so what are you going to get? Toxic acidosis. Not only is it on the acid side of chemistry, there's so many chemicals in it, it's ridiculous. I mean, I see athletes drinking Gatorade. Well, if you do a pH test on Gatorade, it's acid. It's about 3.6, 3.8. Why would multi-million-dollar athletes, and I'm talking about basketball players and football players, that's mainly what I watch, and I'm a basketball player, so I'm talking about basketball players. LeBron James is sitting over there drinking Gatorade. No, what should LeBron James be doing? He should be having some oranges, or he should be drinking, if he has to drink something because you want to hydrate, coconut water. And for you boxers out there, when your trainer's giving you water and you spit it out, drink the coconut water, the organic coconut water. Bring the coconut water to the to the sporting events. You'll find that athletes perform better. All right, this is not a knock on Gatorade. This is not a knock on the system. This is just the reality of it, folks. If you don't wake up, you're going to be taken advantage of. The system will take advantage of your ignorance, and it should. If you're not going to wake up, get conscious, understand who you are, take full responsibility for your health, then the system has a right to abuse you and use you. All right? Now, we're not talking about compassionate people out there. They don't care. Money is the bottom line. I mean, everything's been said about the system, the government. I don't need to raid and bang against this government and the FDA and this stuff. Who cares? It's time for you to wake up and take full responsibility. So again, Dad, the nodule, the nodule, the podules, the this, the that, the high blood pressure, the cardiovascular disease, the arteriosclerosis, all the same shit. It's toxic acidosis. It is a sanitary system that has become overwhelmed. And your job now is to clean it up. And if you do not clean it up, you will have more than just a nodule. You're going to have a lot of suffering, but the system will keep you alive. Well, we got some nice medicines for you to keep you alive and keep you suffering. All right, but you'll stay alive until, boom, that dollar bill sign has been used up. And you're no good, and then they let you go, and then you've got no alternative anyway, and so you die. This is happening all over America, and every old lady home, all men's home, these retirement homes, all these people are old people. I mean, there's things written down in historical records that man would live 100 years easy. That was nothing. 200 years. I mean, this guy that's living 130 years, that used to be the norm. So we got to get out of this stress living. We got to learn how to cope with stress better so we don't toxify our bodies. We got to understand about anger and resentment. We got to understand about the love energy. We got to understand about the sun energy. We got to understand about what Mother Nature's prescription is. It's the only prescription worth listening to is her prescription, right? Of fruits and vegetables, a raw food diet. Watch the animals. They know what they're doing. They don't come down with these diseases until we mess with them and domesticate them and start feeding them grains, and then we eat the grain-fed animals who are already sick. Now, how do you think you're going to get well doing that? You are not. So, Dad, again, 90 days raw food diet. Can you do it? It's easy to do, but wrapping your mind around it without any education, without any knowledge, is going to be difficult. Without understanding acid and base chemistry or acid and alkaline chemistry, it's going to be difficult. Without understanding also that this diet is a spiritual awakening diet. Ooh, a little secret I just let out. Jeez. Yeah, it actually turns on the creativity. It starts to clear out those channels, those energy channels, so that your soul, your light being, can integrate more effectively using these energy centers. They're called chakra centers. They're called meridians. Every culture is known about it. We now, even insurance companies pay for acupuncture. What do you think acupuncture is? It's nothing more than opening up the energy meridians. But these are then therapeutic modalities. They're not curative modalities. Only one curative modality. Clean up the body and keep it clean. And eat high-density, nutrient-dense, high-sun energy foods. That's it. Now, if you want to get real deep into it and really start your detox program, then we add some herbs to it, okay? And I talk about, in my super supplement program, not to take the vitamin isolates, but to take the herbs. But you have to know how to buy the herbs. You have to know what season to get the herbs. Are they sprayed when they come over the border? It's a whole thing. I'm doing a course free. It's for free. And I'll do a video on that as well for everybody. But this one was really just to let you guys know who I am, how I think, My mentors all think the same way. I didn't understand health until I went on a raw food diet, and once I did, it became very clear that this was really what Mother Nature intended. When creativity went up, I started writing books, I started talking, started going on radio shows, I started going on TV shows. You know, the rest is history. All right, so I'm not tooting my own bell. I'm just saying the same thing can happen to you. But you got to have a dream. You got to have a purpose. You got to have a passion. You got to have something that you can plug into that's positive. And you can't go walking around in circles all day long asleep. And most of you are in a state of hypnosis. All right, and you don't even realize you're in a state of hypnosis. My favorite movie of all time is The Matrix. The scene where Neo is being offered by Morpheus the red pill or the blue pill. Go watch the movie. All right? Take the red pill and everything goes back to the way you think it should be. No. You take the red pill and everything stops and you come out of your sleep and your slumber, and I offer you the truth. And here today, I offered you the truth of the raw food diet. To wake up out of your sleep and your slumber, though, it's going to take a conscious awakening to understand that is the way to go. And because most of us have been programmed, most of our healers today have been programmed, even the ones who are on the alternative side, or quote, holistic medicine side, that said, well, you got this symptom, you got this disease, you got adrenal problem, you have this and that and the other. Well, here, take this and take that, and we're still giving out vitamins and herbs for symptoms. No, there's no vitamin and herb for symptoms. All right? There's only the raw food diet, all right, supplemented with some herbs, Mother Nature's herbs, all right, and specific herbs that I will talk about in the super supplement course, and how to take them so you don't hurt yourself. Remember, the first rule of healing is always first do no harm. And so this is what we have to do. So how are you going to harm anybody with Mother Nature's prescription of fruits and vegetables? You can't. With 12 medicines, where it would take a computer, and I don't even know a computer right now that could put all those medications in and tell you the untoward drug-to-drug interactions and side effects that will come of that. And of course, the toxic overload. So again, you're putting toxic overload by treating symptoms and so-called disease. There ain't no diseases. I also wrote an article, The Illusion of Disease. There is no disease. All right, yes, it's manifestations of imbalance, and so we want to give it diagnosis. It's fine. All right, that's where your weaknesses are. That's where it happens to be manifesting. But there's no disease. There's only a toxic acidosis. Remember, toxic acidosis, and how will we cure it? We will alkalinize, oxygenize, energize, reduce inflammation, reduce obstructions, allow the cells to breathe, allow them to have their waste products carried away by the great lymphatic system to the kidneys, to the colon. The colon has to be working 100%. All right, we got to get rid of the parasites who come in naturally to help clean up your septic tank. Right? Any septic tank is full of bacteria. Why? Because that's what Mother Nature does. It sends in her little parasites and bacteria. But if you clean up your body, you don't need it anymore. So clean up the body, clean up the septic tank, pull out the toxins, get on Mother Nature's raw diet, high energy diet of fruits and vegetables, the raw diet. And then you can, after you do it for 90 days, 3 months, then you can back off a little bit and have a little fun with it. Some of you may never back off. Some of you are so sick you cannot back off that you'll have to stay raw food maybe for the rest of your life, maybe for a few years. It depends on you. Ultimately, you become your own healer. You become your own prescriber. Right? And it's easy for us to eat fruits and vegetables. Now I got people asking me, well, what fruits and vegetables? Folks, use your common sense. I will write an article on what fruits and vegetables, but I mean, right now, what's in season? Watermelons in season, blueberries, great, blackberries, great, strawberries, organic, great, bananas, good nutritional food, not a great detoxifier, but that's all right. Your citrus, oranges, lemons, great. Just drink it with some water and some salt. But remember, all salt's not created equal. I also wrote an article on the website about all salt not being created equal. You want real, and I emphasize real salt, rock salt or sea salt. But real rock salt or real sea salt is never white. It's always going to be pinkish in color, or if it comes from the sea, it's going to be grayish, a grayish brownish tinge to it because it has all the minerals to it. So if you get white sea salt, It's been processed. It's got caking agents in it. Again, we got to get educated. All right. So my job, I'm the Pied Piper. Follow me, follow me, follow me. I've put the road signs to where to go. It's very easy to follow, but it's your mind that has to wake up. If your mind doesn't wake up, you'll never do what you need to do to get healthy. So my job really is to fight against ignorance. My daughter asked me the other day, Daddy, you're going to heal sick people? Nope, I'm not going to heal sick people. I got to teach sick people how to heal themselves. I'm an educator. I'm a fighter against ignorance. But again, it's a very frustrating battle if you don't want to wake yourselves up. If you want to stay in your hypnotic sleep state, then you will never go to the proper prescription of the raw foods, the raw fruits and vegetables, the high energy. So again, I ask you, are you ready to wake up and do yourself good rather than harm? Dad, that nodule that's on your thyroid, I wouldn't worry about it. If you can get on a raw food diet, begin the process of cleansing, detoxification, alkalinization, oxygenation, nutrification, getting rid of the inflammation, getting rid of the obstructions and the debris and letting the body flow again. But you've got to get your sanitation and cleaning system back online. All right, and it starts first with that raw food diet. Am I one that's over here promoting vegetarianism? Nope, I promote a raw food diet. Am I promoting veganism? Nope, I'm promoting a raw food diet. Did I say that you have to do this for the rest of your life? Nope. Did I say you could never eat meat again? Nope. Did I say you should be never eating a whole lot of it? Yep. Did I say you should never eat dairy again? Never eat dairy again. No one should be eating dairy. All right? I'm sorry, but you just can't. So, with that, I wish everyone their conscious awakening. Those who understand what I'm talking about, please go to my website, sign up for the Super Supplement course. Those who want more videos, just comment on the videos below, and I'll do more on a specific topic if you want me to do a specific topic. But really, this was my way of letting you know who Dr. Z really is, what he's about, and how he thinks. And I'm always thinking about cleansing first, always cleansing, 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 cleansing. Everything is secondary to that. Cleansing and, of course, the light energy. Cleansing and the light energy, of course, conscious awakening. If we can do those things, we don't have to really worry about our health, because the health is going to take care of itself. The body is going to take care of itself as long as you don't pollute it any further and you allow it a chance to detox and cleanse. It's really that simple. Alkalinize the body, oxygenize the body, nutrify the body with nutrient-dense foods, natural foods that Mother Nature is serving up from the ground, from the tree to your mouth. Right? If you have to go to, obviously we go to the grocery stores or the farmer's market to get it, but please wake up. All right? Follow the road signs. They're easy to follow. This is not brain science. This is distilled down from years and years of research, really thousands of years of writings that all point to the same thing. So we either wake up and we follow it, or we can go into another direction and end up with ill health. It's very simple. I don't care what anybody else is saying. I don't care what other naturopath is saying. When he's giving you this herb and this one and this thing for this problem and that problem. No. Now, the raw food diet, you cleanse your body, you take the herbs, you add specific herbs to help accelerate that process, but it's always a cleansing diet. You're cleaning, and you'll be cleaning out for the rest of your life because the toxins are always coming in. So you always have to be in cleansing mode, cleansing mode, cleansing mode. And the only thing that allows us to do that is the raw food diet. Peace, power, prosperity, and most of all, love to you and your loved ones. Thank you very much for spending time with me today. And we'll get back to you and see you on the other side of optimum health.